Hello everybody, this is Thannus here, and today we are back in The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild. In the last episode, we entered the Skyview Temple, and began making our way towards where we believe Zelda to be. And in this episode, we're continuing on the Skyview Temple, entering this large central room for the first time. Now in here, we have quite a few keys to deal with. Whether or not they'll actually notice me is in question. Never mind, they all noticed me, we're good. We have a skull tula right here that I would like to shoot down, if possible. Let's get rid of this bokoblin. We can get rid of this skull tula like so. See if I can actually jab. Come on. There we go. Getting better at this all the time. Last episode I was having a problem with the skull tula jabs, so good thing I'm not this time. Now we have that crystal on, which means that door is something we now have access to. However, we're not quite done in this room yet. I'm going to go ahead and explore a little bit more. See if we can't find anything of interest in this room. We do, come on, I'm trying to focus on killing this, God almighty. There's one, and there's two, okay. They can't all be winners. Anyways, I'm trying to make sure that we have everything. However, we will have access to this room again after entering that other room, so it's not like we'd be soft-locked or even hard-locked out of anything. Just trying to make sure that we cover all of our all of our bases, and we don't get confused or distracted. Okay, so that's locked. The other one is behind a key, and that one is also locked. Let's go ahead and save real quick. And now I guess we're going to head into this central room now. I don't know why I said now twice. That was kind of redundant. Anyways, let's head on in. Uh-oh, that's not good. Alright, this is our mini-boss of this dungeon. This is the Stalfos. Whenever it prepares to attack like that, just jump back, and you just want to swing your sword in the opposite direction of where it is blocking from. And you should be golden with this fight. It's not a very difficult one at all. Just got to be very careful with it. Alright, and we are already done. Easy fight. Alright, that gives us access to this new item right here. Let's go ahead and open it up and see what it is. We have the beetle. The unexplained power contained within this insect-shaped item allows you to control it as it flies through the air. Point the cursor where you want it to go and press ZR to send it soaring. You have acquired a new item. Analysis of this object's insect-like profile and wings indicates it can fly. After launching it, you can remotely pilot the device. The sharp structure on the front of the device can sever threads and deliver a blow to smaller objects. Please ZR to ready the device for takeoff and press right to learn more about its operation. Alright, and with this new item, we're going to find ourselves in a predicament because the door is still locked. It has not unlocked itself yet. So, how do we get out, you might ask? The answer, my friends, is simple. Our new item. The beetle flies pretty slowly. However, it does do exactly what we need it to do. We hit the crystal with it, and we now have access back outside. Let's head on out. And out here, I'm going to showcase what the beetle can exactly do. So if we fly towards this rupee here, we can grab that with the beetle. And then I can fly up here. And I believe there's something on one side of this upper area that I can access. It depends on when the beetle turns off because it does have a time limit, as we have just seen. So I'm going to go ahead and walk this way. and see if I can't get a better vantage point for the beetle. I'm going to go ahead and launch it towards this thread holding the box. That box is going to crash, dropping a red rupee. And the beetle is going to come back to us automatically. And then we're going to launch the beetle towards this central room right here, so we can hit the crystal that we saw inside. This time without expiring the time limit, because that would be very inconvenient for us. Time limit is definitely a bit of an issue at first, however, you'll soon learn how to kind of handle it. And I see that it's opened up a brand new piece of heart, which means we now have 7 hearts. Very nice indeed. All right, so we have a few rooms up here that we can access with the beetle, and I'm going to go ahead and fly into a few of them with it, just to kind of see what's inside. So one thing the beetle can do is it can hit the necks of Decubas and cut them off, meaning it will kill them. And we've also opened this door with the beetle. I'm not going to head back into that room because it's just a Decubaba on the other side. However, if we head into this room up here, we might be able to find something of interest for us. Perhaps more rupees. Yes, we got another red rupee right here. We can go ahead and grab that. There's not really a way to turn back around, so we're not going to worry too much about it. There's a few other rooms in here we can access. Real quick, I'm going to look at the map, see if there's anything that we're missing. At the moment, that does not seem to be the case. We'll go ahead and fly in here now, see if there's anything we can grab. So far, not much of interest. This looks to be a very, very empty room. Yeah, that was pointless. If we fly in here, we got a few mushrooms we got to dodge around. Ugh. Let's try that one again. So maybe we can try that one from the other side this time. We fly in here, we can dodge around the mushrooms, try to make sure we get out correctly. However, my main goal is grabbing those rupees there, which so far we're not doing too hot at. Sometimes hitting the beetle on something does not cause it to deactivate. I don't know what the exact criteria for it is, but in general, I would just say try not to get hit, and you'll be fine. So we got those rupees there. There's another box we can cut right here. It's not necessary to get all of this stuff. I'm only getting it so I can demonstrate what the beetle does exactly. And I failed there. Did not hit the string at all. So if you don't want to get this stuff, except for probably the piece of heart, you probably do want that, and also the crystal to open up the other door. I would definitely recommend those, but it is not required to get the other stuff. I don't have a bottle, so we're not going to worry about that. So we're just going to go ahead and grab that fairy, and we're going to be good. We won't really need the fairy for now, so it's not a big deal if you pick that up instead of getting it in a bottle. Got another red rupee in here. Can't fly out, so we're just going to go ahead and crash the beetle. You can also cancel the beetle if you so choose. It's not a big deal. And we can fly up here into this room. I don't think I will make it. I am flying at the highest angle possible. Let's back up a little bit and aim a little bit higher. There we go. Yeah, it's a lot of... If you don't know what you're doing with the beetle, it can be some practice, but you'll get used to it eventually. And I believe that's the last rupee in the room that we did not yet have. So if we head over here, we don't have the key for that room just yet. However, there are a few Decubas we can go ahead and cut down here. That's 3 of them. And let's get the last 2 in this go. I missed one, and I missed the other. Cool. Gotta love it when that happens. Okay, that's 1. Looks like it dropped something. Let's grab that real quick. Uh-oh. Fell right on top of the yellow Decubaba. Come on. Change horizontal. Thank you. Come on. Thank you. Okay, that was a lot simpler than I expected it to be. It didn't even dodge. Ah. It's not really about anticipation. You can't really anticipate which way they're going to turn, so I wouldn't bother even trying to do that. We're not going to climb up that side because it's covered in the explodey things. Honestly, I probably shouldn't even be bothering killing these right now because they're gonna respawn once I come back in the ring. But like I said, I'm just demonstrating the capabilities of the beetle for now, so you're familiar with how it works. Because what good would I be if I didn't tell you how things worked? Alright, we're gonna go ahead and head back out here now. Cannot access that room just yet, so we're gonna go ahead and go through the door that we unlocked just a few minutes ago. Alright, in here, we can go ahead and jump down into this little puddled room. And as we walk through here, I'm not seeing anything of note at the moment, however, I can definitely hear something. Let's go ahead and use our beetle, grab this amber relic. And another thing about the beetle is that it chops trees down. At least I believe it does. No, it does not. So, essentially, you just gotta fly the beetle through the trees, try your best not to get it hit, and you should be golden. So just dodge the branches of the trees, and aim for the crystal. And that will fill up the room with water, which I believe grants us a way back out. However, yeah, it does. We're not going to head that way just yet. Instead, we're going to go through here to this room. And we have yet another eyeball room. However, the door is locked behind us, meaning we cannot get back out just yet. Got a skull tula right here. And if we go ahead and move our sword below its mouth and then swipe up, that will knock it over onto its back, and we can do a fatal blow by thrusting the Joy-Cons down. So now, if we climb up this rope here, we don't really have to deal with that spider web there. However, we do want to drop these crates here. So there's one. Drop some hearts for us. We don't really need those, so I'm going to let those just do their own thing. However, what we do want is this metal crate right here. And with that dropped, we are going to go ahead and move over here and push it down. And with this crate, we will be able to solve the puzzle in this room. So when we push it over this way, we want to make sure it's in the right area for us to actually solve the puzzle. Because, as you can see, there's 3 eyes. You might think, oh, I can just stand right in front of it and it'll be fine. But no, you have to make sure you're close enough for them to all see you. Because if you're not... See? Only that one saw me. So if we move it a bit closer, climb on up, and pull out your sword. Time to get to business. And they're all dizzy. Problem solving is what old Zelda dungeons were about, and I love it. Like I said, I don't dislike the Breath of the Wild style of dungeons, but I do miss this kind of dungeon. It was a lot more intuitive, I feel. And I know that's not a complaint per se, but it is a criticism of Breath of the Wild that a lot of people express or have expressed. So I know I'm not alone there. But that is one of the things that has stopped Breath of the Wild from being my favorite Zelda game compared to a lot of others. Got another skull tula right here. Make sure we don't get caught in its web. Go ahead and fatal blow it. And we are good. We can walk up this way now. Slice these trees open with the other tree conveniently in our way. And crawl into this hole so we can get back to the door. Walk through here. And now we can go to the other side, use our key, and make progress. Now, I fully expect these Decubas to have respawned, but apparently that is not the case, so we can just tightrope right across to this side right here. Just keep your balance, don't fall down. Don't let the Joy-Con drift make you look at the ground. Don't look down. And in here, the door's going to close behind us yet again, as it seems wont to do in this dungeon. Break these open. And this is a new enemy. I don't remember what it's called. I think it's called the Staldra. But we just got to hit their heads while they're all lined up. And then we can kill it in one hit. However, it's all about timing with this thing. So, if you don't do it just right, it's not going to work. like so. It can take a bit of practice, but as long as you keep an eye on it and look at where its heads are, you'll get it like that. And with it dead, the door out now opens. I don't believe there's anything else in this room of note, so we're not going to worry too much about it. So let's head through. This is the last room of the dungeon now. Let's go ahead and get this goblin out of our way. He's going to fall down the cliff. He dropped something. I can't exactly get it when he's dead. We can knock this skull tula down into the chasm below. Never have to look at it again. Jump across here, grab onto that ledge. Then we can use our beetle to hit that crystal, opening the door to the previous room. We don't really need to go back there, but it is an option if you'd like to use it. And then, looking at this whole area, what we want to do is convince this bokoblin to walk onto the rope here. Then we're going to walk back. And there's a nice little trick we can do with this thing. So, we're going to wait for him to get a good ways out, and then we launch the beetle at him. Whoa! Hello, I didn't even see you. Okay, then. I forgot he called his friends in. Not a big deal. Now, we can just use our beetle and knock these ropes down. The beetle is definitely a big ammo saver. If you don't want to use your slingshot a lot, the beetle is definitely your go-to tool, because it does basically everything a slingshot does without using ammo. Instead, it just has the downside of a time limit, which, depending on how you look at it, might be better or worse. Alright, so now those ropes are open. We can balance our way across this tight rope here. Just be careful not to bounce too far in one direction. And as you can see, there's an interesting shape in that door right there. We can't get through unless we have something matching that shape, as Fi will probably tell me. Nope, Fi did not. Well, she has something to say, but I'm not going to bother because I already explained it. So, our goal is to find that thing. So we head in here. I don't believe this is where it is, but there's still something we can probably find up here. Let's climb up in this direction. And I believe up here we have this rope we can use to swing across there. So jump in that direction. Orient ourselves this way. Okay, so this is the way we need to go. I was wrong. Just swing back and forth. Make sure you can clear the gap, and then jump. You got to make sure you're aiming in the right direction, too, because if you miss the rope, you're going to have to do it all over again, which is never fun. Now we have another rope right here. Again, make sure you're swinging in the right direction, or else you will be in for a world of chasmy death. And you don't want to fall down that chasm. It's not a very fun one. There's no soft pillows at the bottom. Okay. Thankfully, we landed back on the last hard, solid surface we were standing on, so it's not a big deal for us right now. Just gotta make sure we're lined up and have more momentum. And we still missed. Cool. I'm not sure why this is so hard for me right now. Wave A. Jump across. Get swinging in the right direction. Just gotta make sure we jump at the right time. There we go. And now it looks like that's a really interesting looking chest. Let's jump across and see what it is. We got ourselves the golden carving, and it looks like that is the exact shape that we need to open up that door. So let's climb up here, jump across this way, and now unfortunately we do have to walk back across the tightrope, but it's the last thing we need to do in order to clear this dungeon. So I say it's worth it. Go ahead and balance a bit better. Come on. Almost there. Alright, and there we are. Let's go ahead and open this door up. Now, you just want to press A, angle this just right. And then, once it closes, you're good to insert it. Look who it is. I thought that tornado I stirred up would have tossed and torn you apart. Yet here you are, not in pieces. Not that your life or death has any consequence. It's just the girl that matters now, and I can sense her here, just beyond this door. Yes, we plucked Her Majesty from approaching the clouds, and now she's ours. Oh, but listen to me. I'm being positively uncivil. Allow me to introduce myself. I am the demon lord who presides over this land you look down upon, this world you call the surface. You may call me Girihim. In truth, I very much prefer to be indulged with my full title, Lord Girihim. But I'm not fussy. Did you really just draw your sword? Foolish boy. By all rights, the girl should have fallen into our hands already. She was nearly ours when that loathsome servant of the goddess snatched her away. Do you have any idea how that made me feel inside? Furious! Outraged! Sick with anger! This turn of events has left me with a strong appetite for bloodshed. Still, it hardly seems fair, being of my position, to take all my anger out on you. Which is why I promise up front not to murder you. No, I'll just beat you within an inch of your life. This is the first boss of the game, Demon Lord Girihim. Now, you'll notice that he kind of moves his arm in the direction that you're facing your sword. So, you want to be very careful and make sure you don't point it in the same direction. And you want to watch which way he is coming from, because he blocks all of your attacks like that. So, it can be very tricky trying to get a good hit in on him and outsmart him. However, so long as you're vigilant, you should be just fine. His reaction time isn't very quick, so if you manage to move your sword in a different direction quickly, you should be fine. This is just one of his moves that we have to deal with here. He hasn't showcased any of them yet, though. So far we're good. Got more hits in there. All right, looks like he's preparing something else for us. All right, now it's getting real. It is sword time. Yeah, we want to dodge that one, because that is going to hit us pretty hard. Like the Bokoblins, he faces his sword in a specific direction and blocks our attacks if we hit it in that direction. So we want to be very careful with which way we hit. If we hit diagonally, those will get sent flying back to him, and they can damage him. Got him right where we want him there. Gonna swing our sword horizontally now. All of those get sent flying back to him. Looks like he's gonna come running at us again. Want to make sure we don't get hit by that, because that can get us quite bad sometimes. Got a good hit in there. Gonna be a vertical slice here. And I gotta say, I love how thematically appropriate Girihim is for his character. Like, the boss fight itself is just really theatrical and very, like, kind of posh in a way. I really like how his entire character is kind of themed and stylized, and I really appreciate the effort that they took to really make his character traits immersive for the players. I'd say that Girihim is probably up there in terms of my favorite Zelda characters. Ooh, we're not doing so hot right now. Okay. There we go. We got more hits in there. Gonna be another horizontal slice for us. Got a few sent back. There we are. Well, you put up more of a fight than I would have thought possible out of such a soft boy. But don't clap for yourself quite yet. That sword of yours is the only reason you still live. I fear I spent far too long teasing and toying with you. The girl's presence has all but faded from this place, which means there's no reason to linger here. Goodbye, Sky Child. Run and play this time. Get in my way again, though, and you're dead. Alright, and that is Girihim complete. And now we have another heart container. And that means we now have 8 hearts. Let's head through the next door. Welcome to Skyview Spring. Before we get started with whatever, let's go ahead and circle around the back here, because I believe, yes, my intuition was correct. There is a goddess cube back here. Let's go ahead and skyward strike that bad boy. And those chests we unlocked earlier in the last episode, I forgot to mention that those were the result of the goddess cubes that we had gotten in the episode prior to that. So, if you want to get those grayed out chests to glow and be open like I did, you need to hit the goddess cubes as you find them. So far, I've shown both chests of the goddess cubes that I found so far, save for the one that I just hit, because we haven't gone back up to the surface yet. So now, let's head forward. Master, I have a message written in the language of the gods of old. Allow me to translate for you. You got the ruby tablet. The weathered surface of this heavy stone tablet feels very old. Master, as I just translated, it would appear that Zelda purified herself in the waters of this spring. I calculate a 97% chance that she has already set out for Eldin, where another great spring exists. However, it is not clear what method of travel Zelda used to move from here to her next destination. My analysis suggests you to take the tablet to the altar in Skyloft. Doing so will likely open a new column of light on the surface, allowing you to descend to another area and continue your search for Zelda. Let's return to the sky once more before continuing our search. The bird statue outside can take us back up.
Hey, it's me, Quee.
Did you find the girl? Oh, that's too bad, but it sounds like you at least know where you need to search next to find her, Quee. That's something, right? I'm so glad I've finally been reunited with all my Kikwi friends. It's all thanks to you, Queep. With any luck, hopefully you'll find that girl you've been searching for real soon. Koroku, take care, okay? Okay then. In the next episode, we're going to head up to Skyloft and place that stone tablet in the goddess temple. I'll see you guys then. Bye-bye.